Hi YouTube, it's Angel from Angel Sky TV. Today I want to talk about voting in the Canadian federal election that's happening on October 19th. So today I woke up and I made the mistake of reading a couple of status updates. One being, someone saying that they weren't going to vote for the um, federal election. Basically, they don't have time to research the parties and there's nobody worth voting for. That kind of sums up their argument. Well, I mean, this created a huge debate on Facebook, obviously, for obvious reasons. I mean, it's just such an ignorant comment. I mean, I think I would have not even felt anything had the person written, I've looked at all the parties that are running. I don't feel like any of them kind of match or align with my own beliefs, so therefore I'm not going to vote. I'd have respect for that, kinda, but to just say that you basically don't have time because you're so busy with your life making a difference in the world, you don't have time to vote just makes no sense. You don't have, not that they didn't say they didn't have time to vote. They said they didn't have time to research who was really running. But then they said in the same breath that so they didn't have time to look into it, but there wasn't anybody good enough to vote for, in their opinion. So it's kind of a contradiction. And I started to really think about why someone would not want to vote, because there was people that were posting, things like, I'm making a statement by not voting. Not sure what that was, but um, and I heard another person say last week, my friend and I were having tea, and they came into my store and they were saying, yeah, I'm not voting. No one's ever contacted me to vote or tried to gain my gain my vote. So I'm not going to do it. It doesn't make a difference anyways. And I remember when they left, my friend looked at me and the shock in his face, he was just like, I can't believe there are people that aren't going to vote in this. Are they crazy? This is so important. We have to get Harper out of government. And I was like, yeah, man, I've heard it so much lately. Like, even my own, no, I shouldn't say because that's a family member, but one of my family members who's pro-conservative actually helped to vote Harper in. It was just something they've always voted for conservative. And so they felt like they have to be loyal to that party and vote them in. But what they don't do is actually educate themselves. You need to educate. What are these people running for? What are they actually going to do? What's their history? Actually take some time and look at what they've done in the past, what they haven't done in the past, what type of personality they really are. The whole party, what does it stand for? This is so important. I don't understand the apathy. Now, this person's trying to say they're not apathetic. They deleted their post, started a new post. They must have did a Google search and got a brief overview of each party, and then was saying, they're still crap. I still don't identify with anything. It was just lazy and being stubborn, really. There were so many valid arguments that were really respectful. He said he deleted it because, people were bashing people, but I didn't find anybody was bashing anybody. I mean, the only nasty comment was the word ignorant. They were saying you're being ignorant, which is true. If you don't have the information and you're stating I don't have the information, but there's nobody worth voting for, that's being ignorant. That is so blatantly ignorant because you have to have the information to choose or not choose. It's just as simple as that. And to say there's no party has anything you align with. Do you care about the environment? Because if you do, then you can vote green. That's pretty simple. Anyways, it really made me think a little bit deeper because I don't think this person's a bad person in any way, shape, or form. It really made me sad to think how many Canadians are so broken, politically broken. They don't believe in anything anymore. They don't even believe that their vote matters. That's where our system is right now. Our governments lie so much and they hide and they deceive and they do dirty shit behind our backs that we don't even believe that our vote matters, our voice matters. And furthermore to that, myself, I'm torn right now because everything the Green Party stands for, I believe in. I believe in Elizabeth May. I believe in all her candidates that are helping with the party. But everybody I tell when I say, or everybody that I tell, sorry, I'm getting tongue twisted here, that I'm voting Green tells me, no, you can't vote Green because if you vote Green, you're going to divide the vote. So I'm living in a country that I can't even vote for who I really want because we have to vote strategically and vote out our government who's a dictator. It's crazy. And I probably will have to do that. And even though it doesn't align with what I really, really want, I kind of have to suck it up. But I don't know if I should. Like, I'm just so torn there. Like, do I vote Green? Do I vote NDP? I mean, they're not really that different in this. I mean, they are very different. But Megan Leslie, who's running in my area, is awesome. So it's not really hard for me to vote NDP. But that being said, I mean, I just feel like we should be able to vote for who we want, and it shouldn't be a system that can somehow make a majority government be conservatives when it shouldn't be. Like last election, Jack Layton should have won. But because of election fraud, because of whatever the stupid system is, and, you know, it didn't work out that way. Most Canadians didn't want him to be... sorry, that's my dog in the back snoring. I just have to show him. Aw, there's Chaos. This is Chaos. This is not the dog that ran away, by the way, if you follow my Facebook posts. Aw, he's so cute. Anyways, I have a couple of my dogs up here. What was I talking about? Yes, voting. It does matter. It is important. Find a party that aligns closely with you. The reason I probably will vote Megan Leslie is because I definitely don't want any Liberal candidate in my area. I think Liberals are the same side of the coin, or opposite side of the coin as Conservatives. I do. And I think we've done the Liberals, and we've done the Conservatives, and we've done the Liberals, and we've done the Conservatives, back and forth, and they both suck. I mean, simple. I get that Justin Trudeau's dad was awesome, and I'm sure that he was. I just don't see that in his eyes. There's something not right in the guy's eyes. They're like empty, puppet-looking kind of eyes. Similar to Harper, except Harper's older. So, yeah. So anyways, I think it's important for young people to vote, and all of the people they just don't think will vote. So I'm kind of disappointed in this Facebook post because this guy has a lot of followers on Facebook. He's a public figure or whatever, you know, on Facebook. And to say that you're just not going to vote and then to stand behind it and continue to argue it, to me is just like, come on. You know what you said made no sense, and everybody called you out on it. You deleted the post, and now you're trying to backpedal and say, oh yeah, you know all about the parties, and they're all the same. No, they're not all the same. There are good parties running this time. Like, you know, when I was 17 years old, I remember telling my history teacher that voting was stupid because it really didn't matter because the parties were really on the same team, which, you know, I still agree with. But there are a couple of parties in there that aren't getting a chance, you know, like the NDP and like the Green Party, to really prove that they can be different, you know, in running this country. Like, I mean, if Harper gets in again, we can pretty much kiss Canada goodbye. I mean, look what he's done in the 5 years he's been in. I don't understand why we allowed him to stay in, even after knowing he's committed election fraud. Like, it's just like he owns everything. And I know it's not him. I know he's a puppet. I know that, you know, he works for the Rockefellers or whoever the hell they are. I get that. Everybody gets that. But the fact that he's done so much corrupt crap right up and, you know, right to the very end with this TPP thing, it's just ridiculous. And it's so ridiculous that there's this apathetic, I'm going to make a statement by not voting. You're not making a statement. You're being, for lack of a better word, you're being an idiot. I'm sorry. That's my opinion. I'm not trying to say I'm right and you're wrong. I don't like that approach. But in this case, think a little bit deeper. Maybe you've been, you know, maybe you've been a little bit let down by the political system. I get that. We all get that. But that doesn't mean you just give up on the country. I have children. I want my children to have clean air. I want my children to have water. I want my children to have a place to play that isn't polluted. I want my children to eat food that isn't poison. So, that requires us voting out Harper, because right now he doesn't care about the environment. He doesn't care about the quality of our food system. So logically, you got to realize that statement you're making isn't really making a difference. It's contributing to the people that are voting to Harper. It's helping that whole train of insanity. Okay, so that's my little rant. And it's not really a rant. It's my passion coming through, because I really, 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 really hope people make the freaking effort to vote. And if you haven't noticed, they're trying to make it really difficult for us to vote this time. Some people got their cards, myself included, with different addresses. I got to travel way the heck to vote. When I get there, I'm not allowed to vote there because I'm not registered in the right area. This is not okay. Okay, so call, get your new card, take the time that they put you on hold to figure that out. You got to ask yourself, why is that happening? How could that happen? That they screw up the area you're supposed to vote in. Like, please, they're doing these things because they know people are freaking lazy. Nobody wants to call on the phone. Who has time to call on the phone and change your area? Nobody, right? That's what they're hoping for. Apathy, laziness, complacency, and just accepting that you don't make a difference. And the fact is, you do make a difference. So please, vote for everyone. I don't care who you vote for. Just vote for someone. And if you're not going to vote, have a better argument than I don't have time to look into the parties. Thanks.